Hello my friend, so I love that you're here and welcome to my very new YouTube channel where I will put a lot of videos out on transformational speaking, teaching, spirituality, life in general, whatever I want to talk about. But I also want to ask you for a favor because this is a new channel and I want to get it out to the world to inspire people, and I know that a lot of the content here can really help everyone who has a message for the world. So here is my request for you. If you like what I say here and what I share, would you subscribe to the channel and like the videos and give a comment so I can see what inspired you? I would appreciate that so much. So thank you for being here. I hope that I can inspire you to get your message, whatever it is, small or big message that can help people, because when you have learned something that can benefit others, they're waiting for it unconsciously, and I want to challenge you to go out there and share with them. And as I do that now, I appreciate your support, and I would be so happy to see your subscribing or liking or commenting below. Thank you, and let's have the video. So, how would it be for you if you could end any presentation in a really powerful way, in a way that people would remember it, maybe even that the whole presentation became an unforgettable moment that they would look back to years into the future. They would remember that presentation, and that is possible. And I get this question quite often. How can I end it in a powerful way? So that's what I want to share with you. You see, the first question you must ask yourself, and sad thing is that most presenters never ask themselves that question, and that is, how do I want people to feel when I end my presentation? Because what most people do, they think about, can I end in a catchy way, or say something that, you know, a one-liner or something that they will remember. But we know that people forget words very easy, right? So you say something, how often isn't it that you listen to something maybe for 30, 45, 60 minutes, and if someone asks you, and you say, that was a great presentation to a friend, for example, and the friend asks you, so what did they talk about? And now you start referring to what you just heard, maybe just an hour ago or minutes ago. And then you start talking, and after 3 minutes, you end with, yeah, I think that was pretty much what he or she said. And you listen to words for 60 minutes, right? So words are easy to forget and hard to remember. But the one thing that people always remember is the feeling. Emotions is, you can reconnect with emotions. So when you think back, for example now, try to think back to a presentation, a speech or something that really touched you, really inspired you, really something you remember. Isn't it true that you can almost, when you think about the situation, you remember the feeling? You reactivate, you reconnect with the feeling. So that's why I say it's so important for you to ask yourself, what do I want them to feel when they leave me? So you're aware of that. And then I will give you the 3H formula on that is a way to end any presentation so that they will feel great and feel something that they can remember, and that it will inspire them, and they will look back to your presentation and say, that was really something. And the three H's are heart, hope, and humanity. And I'll share what I mean with that. So if you try, sometimes you might have, let's say you're an expert, and now you have shared a lot of content, and we already know, unless they have taken notes along the way, they will forget a lot of them. But you are also there to start a new chapter, to help them start a new direction, help them do something new that can change their life for the better, right? That's why they're there, to learn something that can contribute to their life in a positive way. So you want them to end in a connection with themselves, so that they can feel that this is something that can change my life. And you don't want to forget that. So always, if people leave connected to their heart, now, you know, the heart is the center of creation. That's where every transformation happens. So you want to leave them in their heart, and from there they will live a new life. The other thing is that sometimes, let's say you have kind of a heavy topic, or maybe it's even you discuss something that is needs to change in the world or in people's lives, or maybe people have seen a serious part of their life. So it's not like they're like, wow, super high. They are connected with something serious. Now you want to leave them with hope, right? So that they have had an experience with you, listening to you, and now they feel hope. I can change this. They feel like uplifted in their spirit and in their being. And it's actually easy to give people so much. And some teachers, speakers, they have this fear that, is it enough? Do I need to maybe I should need them more content. So they put up a lot of content, and then, you know, they live in their head, not in their heart. And also sometimes it can be almost disheartening. They see this will be a long journey, and maybe they're overwhelmed. So you want to leave them with hope, right? So they are in their heart, and they can see a new future for themselves, all the people they serve, the family, the relationship, their finances, whatever they're there for, right? So make sure that the way you end also leaves people with hope for the future. Now they stand up from the chair, they walk out the door, and they walk into a new future. That's the feeling you want them to have. The third thing is humanity. And this is important because most speakers and presenters, they really are there to help other people transform something in their life. So they're transformational teachers. You want them to change. You want to give them something so that something can change for the better. But you can also let them leave the room with a transcendent feeling. And you know, transformation is about me or the work or whatever my activities, my projects. Transcendence is about the world. That is bigger than me. So you don't want them only to be focused on themselves. You want them to realize that what they have seen about themselves or their business, family, impacts the rest of the world. You want them to see that I can play a part that has a bigger impact. What I do affects and impact everyone, the whole world, so that the transformation they now are inspired to create in their life, that transformation actually also will transform and lift the whole world. That transformation will start a ripple effect that is more than me, more than only bigger than me, because now you lift people up to their higher self. Because people come with a need, which is typically our lesser self, our small self. I need, you know, I have problems, I have challenges, and how can I change that? And you inspire them, so they get hope and inspiration to change that, what the need they have, right? But the higher self is connected with the whole world. It's connected with your neighbor. It's connected with all other people. So if you can open up for that perspective, so that they know, I do this, but I also do it for everyone. Now that is like it's a liberation from the smaller self into something, to a higher dimension. So, you know, only by knowing this now, you will be able to end your presentation in such an uplifting way. And even if you feel that you have failed on this many times, now you know. You ask yourself the question, how do I want them to what do I want them to feel? How do I want them to walk out of the door? And then, like, emotionally. And then you remember that. So when you come to the end, that's your heart. You know, your vibration now already represents their future, right? Because you want them emotionally to be in their new future. And you, emotionally, you represent their future now. And then you talk in a way that reconnect them with the heart. You share hope and that it's doable. And you do that by reconnecting with them with their own strength. Even if, so let's say you feel that they're a little overwhelmed at the end. Now you address that and you talk about the sense of feeling overwhelmed, but that everything has a new start, and you give them maybe a few steps that they can start with, so they see, oh, I can at least do those steps. So now it becomes more practicality into it, and you help them make it the whole idea doable, right? So, and then you also open for that perspective that this is so much more than only me. All the things we do affects the world. When you do this now, and you surely can do it, because now you know something that I would guess that probably 90% of the presenters that I have met, maybe even more, have never even thought about this in this way. So when you prepare for your presentation, you know that. And now you come to the end, and you're aware of what you want, and you have prepared, you know what to say. So now, instead of only trying to find a catchy phrase to end with that people will forget, maybe they will laugh, but it will not go very deep. Now you talk to their heart, and you talk to their future, and you talk to the bigger meaning in their life. I know you can do that, and when you do that, your presentations will change. And not only your presentations, but the whole purpose of your presentation, your audience will change, right? And they will remember it in gratitude for what you gave them. And that presentation now starts a ripple effect, because they leave with a sense of hope, which means that it's easier for them to actually change. And they will probably also share their experience to more people. So you start a ripple effect, and your message starts changing the world. Isn't that what you want? So I wanted to share that with you. I have seen the changes that makes for people, and for both the presenter and the audience. And I would love to hear that that works for you as well. So come back to me, give me feedback, tell me how that worked for you. I know it will be a blessing for you, for them, for the whole world. So thank you for listening, and I hope you will appreciate what I shared here. See you.